In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to set up and design the background and the basics to your navigation bar. So the first thing we need to do is we need to open up Fireworks, and we do that by going to Applications and Fireworks here and then clicking on Fireworks. We're just going to wait for that to load. Now hopefully what you're going to be doing is designing your navigation bar based around the scenario that you've chosen, whether that's Fashion Sense, Sports Madness or Music Megastore. So they need to be kind of fitting in line with that design. So the first thing we do is we're going to go to create a new Fireworks document. Now if you're like me, you're going to design a navigation bar that's long and thin. We're going to choose width 800 and height 200. So we choose that and we're just going to do that as it is and press OK. And so you can see here that we've set up and created our background canvas here. So what I'd like to do now is I want to stick a background colour on it. So I'm going to use, the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to click on the rectangle tool. I'm going to choose a rectangle and I'm going to drag the rectangle out across the canvas. Now at the moment that's white. So to change the background colour, I come down here to the properties bar and click on the fill, and I can choose a colour. Now because I'm going to do it for the Music Megastore, I want to go for a kind of funky type style, so I'm going to start with a black background. Now you can see here it says that it is solid, but I want to change the way that it looks. So I'm going to choose, instead of solid, I'm going to choose one of these options here, and I'm going to go for something called gradient. And I'm going to choose a linear gradient, which will make a kind of colour like that. So you can see you've got two colours blending together between each other. Now if I want to change the way that that looks slightly, I can go up here to the select tool by the pointer tool here, click on the black arrow, and now I can select to move my box around should I want to. I don't want to move it all around, but what I would like to do is to change the way that the linear shape appears. So by clicking and dragging on the square, I can change the way that appears, and if I click on the circle and do it, I can change the angle at which it goes, yeah, the way in which it rotates. So I'm going to go for something like that there. Okay, now I can choose a whole range of other patterns and that down here in these other options, but I'm quite happy with it as it is. And I could, if I wanted to, add a filter to it, and I might want to emboss it, make it look like it's raised up, and I can do that, and it should, well, it hasn't done much, but it will make it look like it's sitting more off the page. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some text. So I'm going to go to my scenario, and you should look at your scenario sheet and you'll see that you need to add particular headings. So the first one I'm going to do is I'm going to use text here, click on the T, click on text, and I'm going to type in home, and I'm going to move that. That's a bit big at the moment, so I'll come down here and I can change the size of it. I might need to highlight it first. I'm just going to highlight the words, and I'm going to change the size of it down here so it's about 28, so it's that, and I'm going to then position it out where I want it, and I can change the font style here. So I'm going to go for let's go for Comic Sans, okay, and I can add some more. So I just click in there. I'm going to add in store. Top downloads, just like that. And so you might want to add some other buttons on there, and you may want to add a kind of logo in here. So if I'm going for Music Madness, I might pick I'm going to make an M. I'm going to style that M by choosing, maybe making that a different colour, so making that into a yellow colour, making that bigger, and I might want to twist it or rotate it by clicking on the scale tool and then being able to just rotate it very slightly, and I could do that again and make that into some kind of logo. So that's how to set it up. Hopefully you can set up a navigation bar, and in the next tutorial I'll show you how to add some drop down menus to that.